She grabbed my hand, girls resting, met the bar, witness said, tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confess, she thinking less, not drinking less, bathroom says, investigate, spontaneous, I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to After the Storm. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Thunder and the Wizards tonight. The Thunder lost 122 at Washington tonight. I wasn't too excited about the game. I'm not really a Washington Wizards fan, nor do I enjoy watching them play because they're such out of control, unpredictable. They may be great one night and out of control. I mean, you never know what's going to happen with them. So I'm really not too big of a fan, even though they do have three former Lakers on their team now, and which seems to help them, play better as a group. And Kuzma just went off on us tonight, and we just had no answer. But anyway, to start off, I thought that. Thunder having four straight road losses, I thought we'd, get a chance to come in and get a victory tonight. But, the thing is we had to take care of the basketball, and we did. We only had one turnover in the first half, and that was by SGA. But, we did take care of the basketball. My second thing is we need to run our half-court offense, which we did a great job of running the half-court offense. We scored 31, 30, and 32 in the three quarters. So consistently we were running our half-court offense, so we did a good job with that. Don't overpass. And now, I've screamed and yelled and bitched and argued about us overpassing. If you're at the rim, finish. Why are you kicking the ball out for a three when you're at the basket? Just go ahead and make the 2 points, okay? Score in the paint. Then that opens up your opportunities to knock down threes. So anyway, don't overpass and finish at the rim, which is something that we've had a hard time doing. And then cutting down on the three-point shooting, which, clearly that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to stop talking about it because the Thunder are not. They're going to shoot 38, 43s a game. That's what they're going to do. That's what their game plan is. Even though we do not have guys who can shoot the three, that's what the game plan is. So, whatever. Anyway, we finished the first quarter up 31-30. Going into the second, I thought our defense was much better tonight on a perimeter. But that being said, we were giving up layups left and right inside. So we were guarding great on the perimeter. We just weren't, we just couldn't defend. And when you don't have rim protectors, and we don't have a rim protector, you have to protect the paint by committee. That means Baisley has to come over. That means SJ has to come over. That means Robinson Earl has to come over. That means Wiggins has to come over. That means, whomever has to come over and try to help. That's what that means. You got to guard by committee because, one, we don't have anybody. And Muscala for sure is not going to be a rim protector. He's strictly a three-point shooter, which I have zero issues with at all. I mean, he's in there for a reason. He stretches the defense. If you don't get out on him, he will make you pay from the three. So we did a good job of that, limiting the open shots. But once again, they got in rhythm. They gave some easy baskets in transition. Because like a lot of times in transition, what you want to do is if you score, it's hard for the team to score in transition because you're back and able to set up your defense. But if you score quickly and you're kind of jogging back, one time pass, two pass, boom, they're back in your face scoring quickly. So you had to do a good job about it that. But second quarter, we had 42 points in the paint. That's pretty. That's pretty good for the game. For that up to that point, we had 42 points in the paint in the first half. I was really pleased with that part. But once again, 4 for 18 from three. Like I said, I'm not gonna harp on that. But the thing about SGA, he was in his bag tonight. And I think he has to be in his bag. He has to stay up in his bag. He has to show all of his talents to be able to go to the basket, use either hand finishing at the rim, and also knocking down the three when he's wide open. But when he tries to get somebody off the bounce, trying to step back and do threes, it's really not. That's where he falters a little bit. But if you can get him inside the mid-range and knocking down that mid-range shot as well as making layups and finishing at the rim, he is fantastic at that. And he did a good job being 5 of 8 the first half with 12 points. But, not having the inside presence, that allowed them to kind of do whatever the hell they wanted to do. And the Thunder, we're gonna have to do a better job of that. And since like I said, we don't have a rim protector, everybody's got to commit. Everybody's got to get in there and rebound. That's Dort. That's everybody. Everybody's got to get in there and rebound. And I will say, Giddey's he played a decent game tonight. overall, he made some nice plays, but at the same point, he's got to step up and he's got to be much better for the Thunder. But anyway, the Thunder uh, up 61-58 at halftime, doing all the little things that they needed to do, scoring in the paint, the 3-point shot. We made some keys when we had to, but for the most part, we were just doing whatever we wanted to do, going to the basket. And I'm like, well, why are you shooting threes if you can just get to the paint? You can get to the if you can get to the rim every time. Why are you shooting at all? And that was the one thing about Shea tonight. He cut down on his threes because why do I need to shoot a three when you can't stop me? If you can't stop me, why am I going to fix something that's not broke? If you can't stop me from getting to the paint, well, then why am I going to shoot threes? But the Thunder, once again, some of the players are in love with threes. They think that's their role. Hell, if you give a guy a pump fake, take it by him, go up and dunk on him. Or just get a nice little floater or teardrop in the paint. That's all you got to do. You don't have to just sit out there and catch a three every time and just go out there and shoot it. And you're not going to make it anyway. You're shooting 20%. I mean, what? Step in, at least do a mid-range and knock down two. You're shooting 40-something percent, almost 50% from two, and you're going to go out there and you're shooting 20 from three? I mean, all that analytics BS is a bunch of crap if you don't have shooters. Analytics, that does nothing for you if you can't shoot the basketball. That analytics, that's out the window. That's saying, if we shoot 30-something shots, 30-something threes, we can knock down. Well, not if you make it 11 or 9. It's not going to help you. But anyway, to start the second half, I thought the Thunder were going to have to do several things. They're going to have to cut off the easy drives to the basket, make them work for everything. Do not give up easy shots. If you can cut off their make and make them go be a perimeter team, that's going to bode well for us and for our defense. Like I said, protect the rim by committee. Have everybody attack, everybody slide over, take some charges. Like I said, if you go over there and you at least have the thought or the threat of somebody taking a charge, people are going to be less likely to drive to the basket. But if they know if nobody's going to step over and take a charge, well, hell, I might as well go to shoot to the rim. Get over, take a charge. Be a defensive squad. Help do something other than let me catch and shoot, okay? And then be more aggressive without the basketball. Cut, move, get to the basket. We have excellent passers in Giddey. Well, he's one of the best passers. He's probably the best passer on our team. But Giddey does a good job of that. You have SGA. Dort makes good passes. Robinson, Earl, Wiggins. We all got guys. Trey Man. Everybody can pass the ball. So cut to the basket. Just don't stand out there shoot threes. Move. Get to the rim because a lot of times your guys are sitting there. If you're on one side of the rim, if you're on one side of the basket or on one side of the lane, and the ball's on the opposite side, your guy sometimes is going to turn his head. And I've taught all my kids, whenever a guy turns his head on you, you always cut to the basket. Because if he loses sight of you, that's your key to, boom, automatically cut to the basket if he turns his head. Because why? If he can turn his head and go, he's right there, he's going to stand there and shoot three, and then you come back over here, and then, let me look at the ball. He's still there because he ain't going to cut. If you cut to the basket, that opens up way more things, way more opportunities for you with that movement. Okay, so we do that. And then I want to say that Dort made a great job of doing a teardrop. He made a first teardrop, came back in the second time, a little awkward. But, brother, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. I know it's very uncomfortable. You seem very, very uncomfortable shooting it, but it definitely needs to be a part of your game. You got a big, strong body. You can shoot the three. Everybody knows you're going to shoot it, which gives you an excellent opportunity to pump, use that teardrop, and then the next time all you got to do is give me a head fake, hesitation, boom, you go right by the big man and shoot a layup. So there's different ways to your game, but it's nice to know that I saw you putting that into your bag, and I think that's something you're going to have. And even though you're going to be uncomfortable doing it at first, which clearly those two shots, you were not comfortable doing them at all, but you went 1 for 2 doing it. That's 50% better than the 30% that you're shooting from three. So once again, 4 points is better than 0 points, okay? But anyway, I want to say that I liked that he was doing it. He's going to get better with it. He's got to continue to do it. Shea, bruh, he was on point tonight. His 7-30-point game of the night. What was he? 12 for 23. I mean, he was in his bag tonight. I mean, he was doing some work tonight. Loved what he was doing. But anyway. The Wizards did a good job of coming back. We cut them off and cut off lanes to the basket. They knocked down some threes in the third quarter, which allowed them to take a 93-94 lead. But I want to say, like I said, we had 31 points the first quarter, 30 points the second quarter, 32 points the third quarter. That's consistently in running your offense and getting easy baskets. That's an epitome of running your offense. And if you have 93 points at the end of the third quarter, you should be ahead, not behind. But on the other side of that, we gave up 30 points the first quarter, 28 points the second quarter, and 36 the third quarter. And a lot of that was them knocking down threes because, like I said, we cut them off going to the basket. They knocked down some shots, but then we have to get out and we were giving them open looks. You can't give them open looks. You still got to get out there and guard the perimeter. But we did get a good job of cutting them off. But like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of defense in this game on either side. Not our side, not their side. Going into the fourth quarter, I thought that we're going to have to do the same thing we did. We have to make them make tough shots. Don't give them any open looks like we did in the third quarter. Make them make tough open shots. Make them make tough jump shots. Make them make tough when they go into the basket. Hey, everybody go up and go after it. Hey, if you're not going to set a charge, or you're not going to take a charge, then at least go try to be a shot blocker or give somebody the opportunity for them to alter their shot in some kind of way so we can get in transition and get back to the other side. Okay? And then the third thing is we have to continue to attack the basket. Continue to attack the basket. That's what we've been doing. That's what we were doing all night. Scoring, scoring, scoring. Hey, don't worry about the three. Go inside and cut to the basket, get some shots. And then the fourth thing, and more important, is that you have to be smart with the basketball. In one possession games where you're going back and forth, you have to be careful and cognizant of what you're doing offensively. You have to take care of the basketball. You have to make great decisions on what's a good shot, what's a bad shot. Don't get down to 3 or 4 seconds into the shot clock where you got to rush and throw up something. You want to start your offense around 10 seconds or so. That way you can make a move. You can kick it out. If he comes fake, you give him a pump fake, sidestep, floater, teardrop, pull-up, jump shot. You have multiple options if you start your offense right around the 10 seconds if the right person has the basketball, which is key, the right person having the basketball. So the score being 114 with 3:13 left. Thunder calls timeout. This is what happens. They give Dort, they run a play for Dort on out-of-bounds play. SGA is doing work. He's in his bag, and you go to Dort out of a timeout. Of course, he attacks the basket, does some sort of wild, out-of-control spin move, doesn't draw iron, boom. They go back the other way. The score, 114, 116. Kyle Kuzma did work on us on the other end. Next play, Giddey, air ball. Come back down. Before that, Shea got his shot blocked by Kuzma, and then Giddey gets the ball out, shoots the air ball. Okay, Shea, you got to do a better job. You got to know my first rule of basketball, all my kids know is ball you man. Ball you man. First rule of basketball. If you come in and the guy's there, you have to have something else in your bag. You can't go to your left and then shoot it back to your right, because if you shoot it with your right hand, the defender's right there. If you're out there, it's ball you man. The defender's right here. You know I've got to throw up something with my left hand. Develop maybe a left-hand hook or come to the basket and do a step back. You got to have something else when you're attacking the basket. Like I tell my players, you got to have a plan. You got to know what you're going to do based on what the defense is set up doing. Anyway, 114, 118. Giddey gets a shot blocked. Next possession. Still, we come back and we score. Shea scores on the layup. 116, 118. Do a great defensive stance. Ball back into Shea's hands. 118, 118. Scores on what? Another layup. Back in his bag. So you're going to block my shot? Okay, bro, you got that one. I'm coming right back at you. Boom, boom, boom. Let me bust on you twice. That was 3 booms, but it's boom, boom. Okay, twice. Busted on him twice. So the score, 118, 118. They come down and Caldwell Pope, former Laker player, never was too big of a fan of him. I thought his three-point shooting was very erratic, sometimes on, sometimes not. But anyway, he makes a bank three. Nice defense by Dort, off the backboard, whatever. Thunder call timeout, come out down, 118, 123. They run a play for, not SGA, they run a play for Dort to shoot the three. And guess what happens? Air ball. That's twice. The game on the line, you come out of a timeout, Coach D, and you run the play for Dort. Not your best player. You ran a play for Dort 2 times in a row coming out of a timeout. You ran a play twice coming out of timeout. You took the ball out of your best player's hands twice. Anyway, come down, 118, 122. They make Kuzma makes a free throw, and Giddey misses, and that would be the ball game. Understanding what your team is capable of, understanding what your players are capable of, that's a coach's job. There's a lot of people who aren't fans of our coach. I've grown to become a fan. I thought he makes great decisions coming out of timeouts, calling plays. Tonight, the play worked. Dort was wide open for the three, shot air ball. But once again, I don't see what they see. I don't see what they see. I'm an excellent judge of talent. And anybody will tell you, I can look at somebody, I can tell you what your weaknesses are, what you need to work on. I can just look at you and tell you where you're at, how to defeat your game, how to break you down. I can just look at you and tell. They obviously see something I don't see. I don't see how you have your best player who's in his bag, who's got 30, and who's working on a great game, and you come out of a timeout down 2, and you don't give him the ball. I don't really understand that. Or excuse me, you come out tied, 114 on with 3 minutes to go, and you don't give him the ball. I don't know that. Coach D is usually great, and I always commend him on his out of bounds plays and what he does, drawing up plays on the after coming out of a timeout. And he has been magnificent this year. But these last two, I don't understand that. You're not going to get me to understand it. You Popovich, Riley, those guys are not going to put the ball in their best player's hands with the game on the line. Not going to happen. It's going to be in my best player's hands. Then he's going to make the decision on, do I score? Do I kick it out? What do I do? You took the ball out of your best player's hands twice. Anyway, Thunder are now 13-27. Once again, losing to the Washington Wizards on the road, 118-122. Played pretty well overall, offensively attacking the basket for the most part. But then, once again, what were we from 3? 11 for 38. I believe we were from 3. Yeah, 11 for 38. That's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. But once again, there's no need to be harping on it. That's the Thunder's decision that they're going to shoot threes, even though you don't have people who can do it. They're still going to do it. I guess analytics say that you need to do it. Well, analytics is analytics, but I can tell you I play ball, and analytics at some points is great. It's fantastic. But in this particular case, analytics is not working. We don't have the shooters to shoot. But when we're on a roll and we're scoring, yeah, it's great. But at the end of the game, when your legs are tired, and you've been playing defense and you've been in there for 30 minutes in a game, or 35 minutes or 38 minutes of a 48-minute game, you're exhausted. Your legs are going to go at the end of a game. And you got to be aware of that and understand that. But anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox. This is After the Storm. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Once again, Thunder, Wizards, 118 for us, 122 for them. Next game is Thursday night against the Nets. I don't know how good that's going to be, but I'll be there to give you the afterwards. Peace out.